So let me tell you a story. I've had a lot of good experiences around Thanksgiving tables throughout my life. Most of them involve time spent with family and close friends. And most of the Thanksgiving tables were laden, perhaps overly so, with all of the traditional dishes and trimmings and desserts. But once I spent Thanksgiving away from home and family. As a member of the Council of 12 Apostles, I was scheduled to go on a trip with some colleagues to South and Central America. The trip was planned to be about 6 weeks long, including being away from home during the American Thanksgiving holiday. After several weeks of travel in various countries, American Thanksgiving Day arrived. We really didn't say much about it to each other, but I suspect we were all missing our families. On that day, we traveled up to a remote village in Guatemala. And when I say remote, I mean really isolated. As we traveled, I learned that the village we were visiting was populated by very impoverished families that had lost husbands and sons to violence and kidnappings perpetrated by government soldiers. As we came around a bend in the rutted, eroded mud and gravel road, I saw the village and wondered what sad tales and encounters awaited us there. I also thought about what I was missing at home as my family gathered for Thanksgiving. Upon arrival, my first feeling was one of sorrow and concern for the people who lived there in such austere and harsh conditions. We greeted the residents as we walked between small, rough-hewn wooden shacks, and they greeted us warmly in return. Then we shared in a short worship service marked by a genuine spirit of humility and testimonies of faith in God. Then we were invited into a room that had been carefully prepared. At the center of the room was a table made out of planks and surrounded by small wooden benches. We were invited to be seated, and a prayer of blessing was offered. Then bowls of steaming corn chowder were placed before us. As I looked around the room and at the bowl of nourishment before me, I became aware of what was really happening. In that moment, I realized that my Thanksgiving table and larger family were right before me. I had not missed Thanksgiving. In fact, I was truly discovering the spirit of Thanksgiving, perhaps for the first time in my life. True Thanksgiving is not dependent on where you are sitting or how much is on the table. True Thanksgiving is the spirit of gratitude, generosity, and genuine community shared by those who love one another in the spirit of Christ.